Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we're going to be talking about invitation letters for Canadian relatives visiting Canada. We will discuss invitation letter essentials for a Canadian relative's visit and help you understand its components and importance. If you're planning to invite a relative to come visit you in Canada, there are certain things you need to include in the letter to increase their chances of being granted a visa. So make sure you watch this video until end to get full knowledge of writing an effective invitation letter. Canada receives millions of visitors every year. The number of visitors to Canada varies from year to year, but generally it's around 20 million visitors per year. According to the statistics from the Government of Canada, in 2019, Canada welcomed 20.9 million international visitors. In 2020, the number of visitors dropped significantly due to travel restrictions, with only 7.3 million visitors. However, with borders open and restrictions relaxed, the tourism industry is once again seeing an increase in international travel. While there are many reasons as to why people visit Canada, one of them is to spend time with family and friends who live in the country. Oftentimes, an invitation letter from the Canadian relative is required to support the visitor visa application. The importance of an invitation letter for a Canadian relative visiting Canada is that it serves as evidence of their plans and support during their stay in Canada. Additionally, it can help to demonstrate that the guest has adequate financial support and accommodations during their stay, and that they have a plan for leaving Canada at the end of their visit. Overall, the invitation letter is an important supporting document in the visa application process and can help to increase the chances of the guest being granted a visa to visit Canada. Here we will discuss the component of an invitation letter as general guideline to draft an effective one. First, let's start with the introduction. The introduction should include your name and contact information as the host and the relationship between you and the person you're inviting, the guest. Next is the purpose of visit. This section explains the reason for the guest's visit to Canada, such as visiting family or attending a special event such as weddings or reunions, or simply spend time with loved ones. An ambiguous purpose of visit may lead to refusal of the application. Then we have the itinerary. This section provides details about the guest's planned travel itinerary, including dates of arrival and departure and any planned activities or events during their stay. Providing a detailed itinerary in the invitation letter can help demonstrate the guest's plans and intentions during their stay in Canada and can help the immigration officer to assess their application for a visa. It also ensures the guest has a planned and organized trip. It may include the following information: dates of arrival and departure. The specific dates of arrival and departure should be included in the itinerary. This will help the immigration officer determine the length of the guest's stay in Canada. Travel itinerary. The itinerary should include a detailed plan of the guest's travel itinerary, including the cities and towns they plan to visit and the means of transportation they will use. Accommodations. The itinerary should include where the guest will be staying during their visit, such as with the host or in a hotel. It is recommended to provide the information of the accommodation, including the address and contact information. This will be helpful for the immigration officer to verify the guest's accommodation during their stay in Canada. Activities and events. The itinerary should include details about any planned activities or events during the guest's stay, such as sightseeing, attending family events, or participating in business meetings. Emergency contact. The itinerary should include contact information for the host as well as any emergency contact information for the guest. Financial support. This section states that the host will be financially responsible for the guest during their stay, covering expenses such as food, transportation, and accommodation, or whether the trip expense will be borne by the visitor. Lastly, in the conclusion, confirm your willingness to provide support for the guest's visit and include contact information for both the host and guest. So, if you're planning to invite a relative to visit you in Canada, make sure to include all of these important components in the letter to increase their chances of being granted a visa. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative videos. Until next time, we are AIA, your Canadian partners in Canadian visas since 1991.